How do you avoid fraudulent car for cash? If you want to ensure that the buyer is legitimate, there are a few things you can do to make sure they're not trying to scam you. First, ask for a picture of their driver's license. A buyer can't scam you without this information because they'll be the ones to come and pick up your vehicle from you. Second, don't accept any checks unless they are directly from a bank account that has been verified by a teller over the phone. And lastly, checking the car identification number with the manufacturer is a good way to make sure it's a verified purchase. Avoiding scams when selling your car. Avoiding scams when trying to sell your car for cash is all about being careful. You can't avoid scams if you don't know they exist, so make sure you know the warning signs before handing over the keys to your vehicle. Do not accept any checks unless they are from a verified bank account that's been established by an in-person visit with your bank's customer service representatives. This precaution will help prevent difficult-to-trace methods of payment that might be used for an illegal transaction. You can also call the manufacturer of the vehicle and ask them what the vehicle identification number is in order to find out if it's being bought legally or not. There are plenty of ways to stay safe, so just be smart and use those tips. We can help you no matter what kind of vehicle it is or what shape it's in. In Junk Car Buyers, LA, we buy cars every day, so let us know if you want top dollar for yours. Tips on how to find the right buyer for your vehicle. If you want to find the right buyer for your vehicle, there are a few things that you can do. One thing that I've found to be helpful is to post an ad that's very clear about what kind of condition the car is in. Another helpful tip is to ask buyers for their contact information so that you can screen them before meeting up. So, if you are looking to find the right buyer for your vehicle, here are 4 tips to make this process as easy as possible. Tip 1. Posting ad. Posting an ad on online classifieds is a great way to get potential buyers to contact you about your car. You can mention specifics about your vehicle, including what kind of miles it has, etc., to appeal to the widest audience possible. Try advertising your car in different areas. You might have better luck putting up ads in big cities or rural areas. Tip 2. Research potential buyers. Once you have narrowed down the list of potential buyers who have contacted you through your advertisement, do some research on them. Look for reviews of their business, and look for reviews of their character. If there are negative comments about them, you might want to pass on making a deal with them unless they offer you more compensation than originally agreed upon. Tip 3. Negotiate price. If you have found the right buyer for your car, it's time to negotiate the price. Some buyers might offer to pay substantially less than you are asking, which can be very frustrating. A good way to keep from being too upset about this is trying to find out why they feel it's worth so little. Maybe they made a mistake when looking up the value of your car, or maybe something as simple as paying for gas would make them happier with the price. Tip 4. Make the deal. Once you have come to an agreement with a buyer, make sure to follow through on your end of the deal. This can be especially tough if you are not too crazy about your new buyer, but it will save you from being in a bad situation in the future. You never really know if a person is going to follow through with their half of the deal, so it's best just to do your part and let them do theirs. How to make sure the buyer is legitimate. There are a few things you can do to make sure they're not trying to scam you. First, ask for a picture of their driver's license. A buyer can't scam you without this information because they'll be the ones to come and pick up your vehicle from you. Second, look out for if they want to give you a check or money order. It's not safe to take a check from someone unless it's verified by the bank they have the account with. If they're giving you cash, it might be best for you to count the money yourself in front of them as well as sign any notes over to them that need signatures. And lastly, checking the car identification number with the manufacturer is a good way to make sure it's a verified purchase. The best place to look for a legitimate buyer is from a certified dealership. It's important to find a qualified dealership that will give you the top dollar amount that you deserve. A good way to get cash for your car is to work with a dealership that has been rated one of the best in the business. Also, you can contact a junk car buyer as Junk Car Buyers LA. We provide a reliable service of junk cars buying in Los Angeles. The process of selling a vehicle for cash safely. The process of selling a vehicle for top dollar can sometimes be a little tricky. You want to make sure you're getting the most out of your hard work and that it's not going to waste. The process of selling a vehicle for cash is actually pretty straightforward and only requires a few basic procedures. You will need to get pictures of the car and license plate and create an account on our website. If you're not sure what you should charge, in Junk Car Buyers LA, we can help with that too. We'll give you the top dollar value for your vehicle. When it comes time to meet with the buyer face to face, make sure you get an ID from them and get them to sign some paperwork if they're paying in cash. It's also always best to work with a buyer who is certified by a major car dealership. It's also a good idea to have the buyer pay you with a check or money order rather than just cash. That way it'll be easier for you to prove that the payment was legitimate if anything goes wrong. If you want to learn more tips about getting cash for junk cars, go to the article about smartest ways to get cash for your used car and start making money from your old car. Junk car buyers LA. You'll feel like you have a second job when you are selling a car. There is no need to get in the middle of this process. Call Junk Car Buyers LA and get cash for your car today easily. Contact us at 323-803-1633.